Gambling is crushing the economy. And don't get me wrong, I'm no saint myself. I love this little devil just as much as anybody else. Whether it's a blackjack hand or a roulette spin, or worst of them all, slot machines, more and more people are getting gripped by this monster day after day. And gambling seems to be just about everywhere these days. Whether that's sports betting, online casinos, or just simply day trading. I mean, even Pokemon cards can be debated as gambling for kids. Really start them out young, right? But nonetheless, if you guys feel like you relate to anything in today's video, or if you just simply like content like this, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, opinions below, and subscribe to see my daily and per weekly uploads around here, around 12 p.m. Central Time every single day, or multiple times per week. And a huge shout out to everybody who supports my channel over here, especially my Patreon supporters, my channel memberships, and people who just continuously support my content. Now let's begin today's video.
Gambling is the most accessible addiction on the planet.
Alright guys, think about that. That's a lot to kind of ponder on, I would say, to start off with. But then we're going to be talking about gambling, how it's probably one of the most the fastest growing addiction these days. It's pretty much everywhere. I literally can't go on my phone without seeing gambling ads. Being that this video is related to this topic, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys see ads surrounding gambling on this video as well. This is Rob, who does One Day at a Time podcast. He is a gambling addict, recovered person, and he's been recovered for a few years now. And he has a podcast where he talks to other people who face this dilemma. And I think it's with it being such an ongoing, with it's being such a growing problem and an ongoing situation, a dilemma these days, especially in the U.S. right now, with it being more legalized than ever and it being more consistently popularized than ever before, with the greedy capitalistic society wanting money no matter who it hurts. It really does seem like gambling is the number one moneymaker right now for pretty much everybody. The sports teams have been completely owning it, and sports betting is crazier than ever. And as well as these online casinos, I can't go literally one day. I can't even open my phone without seeing ads about these. So let's hear what Rob has to say. He's going to break it down, kind of how severe this problem has really been getting.
You don't have to walk into a casino anymore. You don't even have to leave your house. With that phone that's in your pocket, you can place a bet anytime, anywhere. Online gambling has made it easier than ever to start betting with just a few taps. You can bet on sports, play slots, blackjack, literally whatever you want, 24/7. There's no closing time, no dealer watching your spend, just unlimited access to place bet after bet. And that's what makes it so dangerous. The more available something is, the more people use it. And the more people use it, the more people get addicted to it.
I personally have tried some of these online casinos. They are very addicting. And honestly, there is a lot less shame than, let's say, going to the actual casino or anybody really knowing how much money you're spending, because you really can just do it anywhere you want. You can just do it on the toilet at your own house or wherever you want at all. And it really is easy to hide what you're doing on your phone, because people are always on their phones. Nobody really questions it. Yeah, kind of crazy. It's kind of scary how dangerous this is all starting to get.
Instant accessibility also makes it really hard to stop. Betting apps are designed to keep you engaged. Some would even say designed for addiction. They use flashy sounds, notifications, rewards, and streaks just like mobile games. But this isn't a game. This is real money. And real lives are actually being destroyed by how easy
it is. And they really get you, because I signed up for the Stake account, Stake US. I don't even know if I should even mention these names. I don't want to get flagged in this video. We'll see. I don't know how sensitive YouTube is with gambling type of things, but I don't know if I like these lights, but you guys say you don't really care about the whatever. You guys just like the content. So I'm just going to continue giving the content. Anyway, they give you these monthly bonuses, these daily bonuses, these weekly bonuses. So it's free money per se. But then as soon as you lose a little bit, you end up spending more, or you're spending time on the app at all. It gets you hooked to make it a habit. And that's how these things grow. And we're going to get into further more of this video, how there's ways to start this young, just the way there is with any other drug or addiction, as well as how you really don't need that much money to start out with. You can start off as little as $5. There's 10-cent bets on a lot of these apps, so it does not take a lot of money to get yourself hooked.
To keep betting. Just because gambling is more accessible than ever doesn't mean it's harmless. Addiction doesn't start overnight. It starts with small bets that slowly spiral into something much bigger. Do you know someone who gambles too much? Tell them about this page, because I share my experience with a gambling addiction so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did.
My demons was gambling.
And that's a motherfucker.
I don't know if you've ever heard this. I think that's the worst addiction out there.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
It's the only one you can win in.
Think about that.
Though, bro.
It's the only one.
I've never heard that.
Yo, think about it, right? It's the only one where if I hit the roulette table right now, there is a chance I could take them for a couple $1,000s. And then I'm like, oh shit, I got my rent, I got my bills, I could go buy.
That's the gambler's mentality, folks.
Then there's also I can hit that table and lose everything. And then I hit the ATM and I lose everything. But it's the only one where you've seen a positive.
Even if you do win right away, folks, you better leave, because the house always wins, especially if you play long term. You really got to keep that type of thing in mind.
Out of it, for a lot of people, financial is
But
like
every good tip, every plan you make, every sort of strategy you had planned on the way to the casino, because it's usually a long drive to get to any of these places, it all goes out the window when you're playing. It all goes out the window at your third time at the ATM when you're calling somebody, um, burning your bridges, you're ruining your relationships because you're asking to borrow money, lying about what you're actually spending it on, because it's embarrassing that it's for gambling and people probably wouldn't give it to you if they know that. So it's kind of just that's what makes it an addiction. It really is almost worse than, let's say, I'm not gonna say it's worse than drugs, but it definitely is up there or down there.
biggest indicator for people's happiness and their stresses. Like, bro, I used to have my own demons with like mental health stuff and being depressed and all that. And man, I'm not exactly balling out of control. Like, I still have to budget my money, but now that I am making money, like, I don't have those problems anymore. And
so a lot of my debt and stuff comes from my gambling. So I
22.
Yeah,
22.
well, I started when I was 15.
How? Wait, how?
Well, you
had a fake?
No, the casinos just you get to know which ones are tight with the security.
The way you know which corner stores will sell you tobacco and alcohol when you're underage. There's a lot of casinos that are shady. They don't care. They're taking your money. They know you're not going to win anyway. Especially if you're younger, you don't have the mentality or the what's it called, the self-control to stop when you get ahead. So they know it's not going to matter anyway. They're just going to take all your money. So they let things slide and say they don't know about it when really they know about it.
Ones are not.
The Minnesota accent it's a powerful one.
Oh, you betcha.
Oh, you betcha.
I love
it. My Minnesota accent.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. But anyways, I was 15. I brought $5 at the casino, set at a blackjack table.
They allow that? 15-year-olds?
Well, no, but they didn't check my ID because I've always looked older.
Okay.
But
you don't look old.
Wow. When I was younger, I looked
Actually, I have a similar haircut.
I guess so.
Yeah, if mine hung over a little bit more on the sides.
Yeah, anyways, but I turned $5 into $200 at a blackjack table, and then ever since then, I've just kind of always wanted to keep trying to repeat that experience.
You're into debt for the gambling?
And it sounds really crazy because you think, well, turning 5 to 200, yeah, that's a one-time thing. I pretty much, I did that myself. I reproduced that moment because I went with my sister to a casino around, it was November, it was around Thanksgiving of this last year, 2024, and I put in $10, and I won $160. I went to roulette, I went to a couple of slots, got $200, and guess what? I ended up losing it all because you don't know. I just got there. It's only $10. It's free money. There's no such thing as free money, folks. Money's real no matter how you get it. So, yeah, but it's like I said, every strategy goes out the window when you get there. So, especially when you're playing, and they usually let you win when you first get there. I don't really believe there's any necessarily certain strategies. I don't know how they do that, but let's be honest, they always win for a reason. They definitely know what they're doing. Oh yeah, this old fella right here is on TikTok. He's always talking about gambling awareness as well, gambling addiction. I think he has some good thoughts, and I always like to get opinions and advice from people wiser than me who have been around this earth longer than I have.
Borrow $50. I promise you I'll give it back next Thursday. Does that ring a bell? Did you ever do that as a gambler, where you needed money to gamble or you needed money to pay a bill because you were gambling? And so what you did was you went to a friend, you went to anyone really who you thought that you'd be able to get that money from, and you said to them, hi, look, I'm at the moment, I just need $50 because I really need to pay my electricity bill, and I didn't get paid until, I don't get paid until tomorrow. So in other words, you'd lie, and the person would believe you, and in good faith, they'd give you the $50, and then expect it on the Thursday, and then you wouldn't pay it on the Thursday if you ever paid it back at all. Does that ring a bell? If you're a gambler, I'm sure it does. You've got to stop.
I have a lot of people in my family who have this addiction as well. The addiction's everywhere. My family's been faced with many addictions, but gambling is definitely one of them. And usually it gets so bad when people do, give me 50, I'll pay you 100 back. They'll straight up double what you get. If you give me 100, I'll give you 200 back, just to feed the fix when they could wait a few days to enjoy it. For probably be able to spend that money. They could spend more money on gambling if that's what they're gonna spend anyway. But I understand what it is. It's not mentally healthy. It's a thing that you can't control when it's a fix you have to feed. Now we're going to go into this as one of the last videos. This is something obviously I've actually seen this on the internet a long time ago, but I thought it was a good thing to cover in this video, especially maybe near the end. I do not recommend this. Gambling, you will most definitely probably lose. There's always a chance, like they say, but I don't, they always say, gamblers quit right before their best win, but it's, there's that picture with the pickaxe guy. I'll throw it up here where it's like, he's just stops, another guy gets to the diamonds, but that's just the gambler's mentality. It's really not, you really don't have good odds in this shit, guys. So this guy sold every single thing he owns, everything he's ever owned. And he traveled to Vegas. He's actually from London or UK. I watched this video. There's actually a video. I'll link it below about this guy doing this. And he sold everything he's ever owned, and he went and he put it all on red on the roulette in Las Vegas.
Are you sure you want to make this bet with your life savings?
Yeah, I'm certain.
It'll also show how
I want
much
you to know we would never knowingly condone or accept someone taking
over
a wager of their entire life savings. But we guys,
all on red. It's a big commitment. He does have balls. I'll give him that. Those are his parents crying, hoping he is ruining his life right now. Vegas, if he loses, he loses. He won. 7 red 7. Yeah. So again, I do not recommend that, folks. That's most likely not going to be your outcome, almost for certainly. But anyway, I do appreciate your guys' love and support over here in these videos. I really love to know your guys' thoughts, opinions. You guys know anybody who's struggling with these types of, thoughts and demons, addiction-wise, let's say gambling-wise. I personally do. I think it's good to have the opportunity. I love America because it gives everybody the opportunity. If you want to screw up your life, you have the option to. But at the same time, they almost make it impossible for you not to do it in one sort of way, whether that's eating unhealthy, whether that's, just slowly killing yourself through wage slavery, or these other things, or even if you do make some sort of a good income, you'll throw it all away to gambling and other sort of quick fixes or quick dopamine hits. So anyway, I would love to know your guys' thoughts, opinions, and again, a huge shout out to all my Patreon supporters, my channel membership supporters, and people who just overall support this channel, everything I do over here. I plan to continue doing this for as best as I can, and I'm going to try to switch up some of these topics, but it seems like you guys do like some of the topics recently, so my videos have been hitting the algorithm a little bit, so I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Seems like it's working. But anyway, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one.